Well, howdy again, everybody. Just thought I'd shoot a quick update. Haven't got much done this week, but I did come out here today, and I was able to take advantage of having the pilot beam on attached and everything. I stood on the little edges of the outriggers of my wheeling locomotive stand there, and I was able to put one hand on either side and lift it up. And let me see, you probably can't see this too well, but there's a plank, a little plywood plank that goes across the ties, and then here is a 2x4 standing on end, 1-inch piece of aluminum square, 1/4-inch piece of aluminum plate, and I just lifted the thing up and slid those in. So that's all. Hopefully that's in focus, I can't even tell, but that's holding the front end up. And spin the wheels. There's a little, you can see how the front carriage has slack. And then I came around back here. I had originally an idea of making something super fancy, and then I was out in the garage and I realized I had this scissor jack left over. This is from a 1986 Chevy Caprice Classic that I had. It was an awesome car, and I hated it when it finally gave up the ghost, and I saved this piece out of it. This is the jack for it, and very nice, very sturdy scissor jack. And as you can see, what I've done, I just laid a 1x4 across the railroad bed there, and then I've got a 2x6 laid on its end, a 1x4, then a 1-inch hunk of steel, then a steel block, and then there's one more hunk of steel right at the very top that's holding it up, and it's resting on the bottom of the receiver. It's not, that's not what it's called, a receiver hitch thing, but that's where the tie bar will go between the locomotive and the tender. So point is, I've got steel here. I do have wood on the bottom. Of course, there's wood ties on the bench, but I thought it wouldn't hurt to have steel closest to the flame. There's going to be flame basically right inside here, or in the firebox with the propane when we finally do the steam test. So having metal there closest to it is not a bad idea. And I just, for it to raise it up, had a hunk of 3/4-inch steel and a little piece of 1/4-inch angle iron that I just stuck in there and centered it carefully and gradually jacked it up. It lifted the wheels up perfectly, and as you can see there, they clear the track. So if I had some air in there, we could run it on air. So what I'll do next, I'm going to remove the jack, and I'll tie everything down and make sure it's all nice and sturdy. And then over the next week or two, however long it takes, I'll go about the process of checking and redoing and sealing up every single air line that there is, making sure that I've got good seals everywhere. So we'll do another air test, and I'll do a video about that once everything's hunky-dory, and then we'll do a steam test after that. So that's tonight's update. Thanks for watching. I'll keep y'all posted.